Jesus knew the storm would appear. The storm didn't surprise him. The storm didn't alter his destination. So just because God knows a storm is coming, it does not mean that God will prevent it, because sometimes he allows it to happen because it's part of your journey and your testimony. And far too many believers have accepted a theology that says if God is with me, then nothing bad, upsetting, or uncomfortable will ever happen to me. But the Bible never teaches that. Joseph had God with him and still ended up in a pit. The Hebrew boys had God with them and still ended up in a fiery furnace. Paul had God with him but still ended up shipwrecked. And the disciples had Jesus with them and still encountered a storm. The promise of God is not the absence of storm, but the promise is his presence even in the midst of a storm. Just because you are in a storm today, it does not mean that somehow you messed up, somehow you tripped up, somehow you're outside of God's will. This may just be a part of God's journey for your life. And so the question ought to be is, Lord, where are you in the midst of my storm? Help me to see you clearly. Help me to find your presence in the midst of the storm that I'm going through.